Hi, it's Dr. Rogini. So today I want to talk about how I use Netflix to manifest my desires. Okay, so before I want to talk about Netflix, I just want to talk about first um, manifestation process can be done with a lot of inner work and meditation and vision board and all those so many different ways of doing it, right? Um, what I want to say, when you tap into your higher self, you start to know what you want and what you don't want. And especially when you went through so many experiences in your life and you saw what you don't want, it's so much easier for you to figure out what you want. So that's why it's so important for you to experience things, try new things, get yourself out there, don't hide yourself. And even if something doesn't work out the way you expected it, it's okay, because that is helping you to grow and expand further. Okay, this is very important because sometimes you want the perfect thing, the perfect moment, in order for you to, I think you want the perfect thing, but at the end you realize no, that's something you did that didn't resonate with you. Okay, but that is the key, because once you realize through your experiences what does not resonate with you, it's so much easier to find out what resonates with you. Okay, so let me explain you just before I go back into the Netflix and manifestation process and all that stuff as well. So when I bought my first house, first of all, that was not even in my picture. I never even thought of buying a house. That was not even in my picture, literally. I was just thinking about having a family, kids, become a doctor, take care of my patients, and first of all, finish my education, all that stuff. That was only in my picture. I didn't think of the next thing. I had even no idea that I can buy a house at the time, okay? And then all of a sudden, we were told by a friend, hey, if you put this down and you invest this much, you can buy your own house. We're like, oh yeah? Okay, so it was a new concept for us, because we knew like you can buy a condo, but buying a house for us was like, I thought it was not possible. Only certain people can afford that, right? So it was not even in my mind. But because I energetically expanded, I allowed that information to come to me so I can expand to the next thing. And this is the great part of it, because the more you allow things to come to you, it's like you don't have to pick anymore. Okay, picking is hard. I find picking is very hard, especially if you don't know what you want, right? And through that experience, once we got that house, I grew as a person so much. Okay, it was not always the best. Like, it's not like I had the perfect I had the perfect house at the time, but I went through so many ups and downs to strengthen my energy, to release my fear and worries and guilt and all that stuff. And then at one point in our life, we were guided. Actually, literally, I was guided. I was shown that it's time to move to the next house. But I held back. I resisted it. I was fearful. So I had to break all those layers in order to go to the next step. Okay, and it was pretty deep. It was uncomfortable. It was scary because we're going to a new town. My kids are going to be changing school. It's like I was just worried about in all aspects. But then I realized it's time we have to move forward, right? And these are layers. So you know me, I've been working a lot on emotional release, emotion code. Any emotions that are trapped in your body, you release it, right? But there's so much deeper levels. As you expand, you can expand your energetic field, where you can magnetize the things that you really desire. So once I moved to that house, I thought that's it. I'm gonna this is where we're not going to go further. But then I had this desire that started coming up, and I had literally a vision to go to this direction. Okay, it was a vision. So me and my partner, we went to that area. We looked into this house. It was a massive house. First of all, that house did not resonate with us, but it was for me to explore different worlds, different sides that I deserve something even better. I was like, wow, I didn't even know that. So that kind of initiated me into looking for houses. Eventually I found that house that really connected to me. But even that process, it was kind of interesting. So I don't want to talk about that right in this video, but I want to talk about how Netflix helped me to expand my vibration another level. So what I did is I would watch only shows that would not shrink me. Okay, so if you're very aware of your body and your center, you know what will expand, what will contract. Okay, you also know what will trigger you. So that's another topic, but you have to know what expands you. So what I would watch shows, for example, I would watch Extraordinary Home Show. So the Extraordinary Home Show was more an expanse. There's no drama in that show. It was more about creativity, possibilities, what's out there. It's for me to see, wow. So every time I would watch it, I would actually rewatch it, the episodes. I watched it again. It's like my vision board. So I kept watching and watching and allowed my vibration to tap into this new vibration, right? And especially like what I liked about that video, the videos, they will literally go to different countries, right? So they will tap into different vibration of different towns. And some of the videos I couldn't rewatch them because it didn't connect, but I knew which one was right for me, so I could expand. And it was amazing how my life expanded to the next level after watching these videos. So it is another form of meditation. But you have to be also conscious. Don't pick the videos that make you like trigger your, like make you feel like contracted. It's not getting you anywhere. It's not making you think of new possibilities, right? And then I also watched a Dream Home Makeover, another amazing show. I watched it again and again, and to the point I watched it, so which the house we picked had exactly the kitchen I desired. Okay, so I didn't have to create the kitchen. It was like exactly what I wanted at the time. Obviously, you keep evolving, right? Because this is why I say never, like, there is no dream home, because you're going to expand from that dream home to the next level. So there is never stopping from your own inner expansion. It could be homes, it could be your lifestyle, it could be how you talk. Everything expands, and that's the key. Okay, so these stages, how I got to all these stages is because I allowed myself to expand and not shrink. So when I would watch these videos, I would make sure that nothing is about drama. It's like wasting my time, right? And literally when I noticed my vibration was a little stuck or something like that, I would watch that. So it will expand me faster. Okay. And then down the road, what happened is then I stopped watching for a little while because I said, oh, I don't need it anymore, because I grew out of that. It's kind of funny how once you establish to a certain level, you grow out of it, and then it's the next thing, right? And then I went back to just to test it out to see if it's working again. So I watched these videos and I can just see it's not doing anything to me anymore. I kind of got numbed out, right? It's not serving me, it's not expanding me. It didn't shrink me, that's for sure not, but it didn't expand me. So I kind of allowed myself to tap into that vibration at a constant level. So it didn't get me even further, right? So then what I realized, okay, my next thing is I need to expand further from where I am. Universe bring me on. So then I started having this then I attracted this new mentors and different things in my life, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is you can use videos also to expand yourself. So you don't have to always be in that closed eyes meditative zone, because watching anything that elevates you is also a form of meditation. It's just like walking meditation, singing meditation, chanting meditation. There's different levels of expanding, but you have to know what you need at that moment. That's the key, because if you don't know, if you're not aware of your body, you wouldn't know what you want. So this is why it's so important for you to cleanse on a regular basis. Cleansing, what I mean is recognizing what serves you and what does not serve you, and creating healthier and healthier boundaries, okay? Boundaries not from fear, okay? But boundaries of knowing who you are and what you want, okay? So the more you shed these layers, you become so centered with yourself compared to the person who I was like 10, 15 years ago. Not even close. I would say yes to most of the stuff. And at the end of the day, I'll be tired. I'll be exhausted. I couldn't even sit with myself. That's how tired. I just closed my eyes. And as you become more clear with yourself, you know what to say no to and you know what to say yes to. Okay? And you allow divine to bring that information that you need at the moment that will help you to expand further. Okay? Hope this video helped. If you guys watched another video that I don't know about it, I'd love to hear back from that as well. If there's anything else, please share, because expansion is a team effort. It's not just me only, because if I expand, my team will expand as well, or my family would expand as well. That's what I believe in. If I allow myself to shrink, everything around me will shrink as well. So for me, expanding is the key. And I always knew that as a little kid. I looked like a kid who will be diagnosed with ADHD, because I will grow out of that so fast that I'm like, I don't want this anymore. I want something different. So it's like constantly expanding. And if I was put in a room and closed, or whatever concept you want to call it, I will find a way to expand further, because I cannot sit in one place, because that's who I am. And I knew that since a little kid. Nobody can tell me don't do this, because I know deep inside my soul wants to express and wants to expand, wants to experience, wants to try new things. And I also know when it gets overwhelming. So sometimes I need to take a break, because in order to enjoy life, you need to go on your own pace, and everyone has your own pace. Thank you for watching. I'll see you back in the next video.